This is Second Life. I am Glasz and here we are with Thoth Jantzen. Is that way how you call your name?
I think it's pronounced Jantzen, but whatever works for you works for me.
We are going to visit your place and you're going to show us your works, buildings, working with media.
Well, I guess this place here is sort of like my home. It's where I hang out mostly. It's just it's kind of a temple, but I use it as a place for like discussion and for people that want to learn. They can come and check out some of the stations where it talks about philosophy, art, science. A few things on here to play with. For example, if you come over here, you should be seeing it playing on this screen in front of us. Oh, you need to set the media settings correctly so I can properly show you. And maybe I'll start and stop it again for you. Okay, because this is how it looks when it's static. And then if you point and touch on the screen in the middle here, it should zoom you in to fill your screen. And I guess you're on midnight, right? All right, I should maybe start this again. Hold on.
Well, here we are now in very special space you created. Thoth, explain now.
So this is a replication of that thing we were looking at from the outside. We're now inside something like it. And here's a small one here inside.
Kind of immense space. It's amazing, this.
Now, if you want, you can zoom back with your camera, and then you can see how it looks from the outside where we are. It's sort of like a three-dimensional video screen.
Very, very well done. You must have taken a lot of time to feed layers.
Well, some of the times it takes time. A lot of times, I've been doing this for so long that a lot of things are evolutions of previous versions.
And when did you begin on this style?
Oh, I did it first in 2008. Do you remember Bettina Tizzi?
Yes.
Well, she and Crap Mariner were the first ones to notice what I was doing. And they loved it. There's even, if you do a Google, you'll find, she even has a NPIRL article about it. And pretty much ever since then, I've been doing this, but, different versions of it, different styles. I've got about, I don't know how many different builds I have, but all different kinds. We can go through a few of those if you want. Okay. I can bring you to the first one that I did, or a version of it. You have to come over this way. This is the only way to get out. Okay, just touch this screen to get out. I'll pick the kaleidoscope. I think it should say kaleidoscope.
Yes.
Okay, now you'll see some seats here. It's best to look with the seats, I think.
Here's the feeling of watching a few tunnels around.
I'll turn the same video on so you can compare it.
Watching the video now.
You can see the experience is quite different than the other place. We can try another space if you like. Okay, here we go. All right, now I'll turn the media back on. Now, you see this cube here? If you walk into it and then touch the inside of it, you'll go someplace.
Amazing. Wow.
The media should be playing for you, yes?
This is an abstract space. Wow.
It will get
And amazing the
a bit more
textures
interesting
and the
in
quality you get.
It should be getting
Visual
more interesting soon.
are impressive here. Eh? Wow. Those colors coming up. This is great. Eh?
The colors become like that because of how I do the texturing. It's I use materials on the texture, so it makes the regular media seem to pop a little bit more, the different colors. I'll try a different video in a second here. How about this one? This one.
Yeah, what's in blue colors now moving? Oh, what's up, man? It's
Yeah, I
fantastic.
just changed the video.
Yes.
Did it start for you again?
Cybernetic look. More cybernetic.
Again, if you like, you can cam out and see the kind of space we're in. You get the refraction. And here I have about, I think, 7 or 8 different media environments of different kinds. We've been to 3 of them. I have a few more around. It's all based on the same principle using partial media, but the structures are all different, so the visuals and the experience are very different. I can show you another immersive space that's not really feasible. So this is the entrance to an old build that I had here in the same place. And I just kind of changed it because I kind of like the experience. So you find yourself in this white place with no place to go except for the monolith. This is from 2001 Space Odyssey. Supposed to be sort of like a space warp.
Seems never ends. The walk never ends. Very fun.
Oh, now you're in a different part of the universe.
Yes, we arrived to a new galaxy.
Yeah. And we have a new teleporter. This is another very old build. This is, I think, from 2011. And this is a sort of a reproduction of the Nighthawk's Cafe by Edward Hopper. It's not the best recreation, but it's serviceable.
Boulevard of Broken Realities.
Well, in one of the paintings, it's called the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I think that was a version that was done that had. This is the part of the building you don't see in the paintings. It's all unfinished. One of my little side things I do some poetry, so I've got some haiku and poetry on display here. Yeah, and if you see there are different lamps, and if you touch one of the lamps, it'll say a haiku. And if you touch the eyeballs, they have some kind of sarcastic comment to make.
Tell us a bit, how do you begin to work in Second Life in the video?
Oh boy, that happened a long time ago. I was at a meeting with a bunch of friends, and one guy was talking about his experience in Second Life. He was actually quite a well-known Second Lifer. He was big in real estate back in the early 2000s, but I think he's since left. And anyway, he was talking about how great Second Life was and how amazing it was. So I came in to take a look, and it was interesting. And after wandering around homeless for a few weeks, I figured things out and got involved with the community. Started focusing mostly on education, group discussions and things like this, because I was doing that already online on the internet. So I tried to bring it over here. Like online, I was, either an administrator or a member of a lot of discussion groups about, different topics. And I had created one group online, and I thought we'd try to make a presence in Second Life based on that. And that sort of worked, but I didn't stay with that very long. I turned that over to a friend of mine to run, and I got involved with another project called the Open Habitat Project, and then I also started tinkering with the media and stuff, and I started to explore that a bit more. I was using it at first to, do lectures and stuff in Second Life, but then I started to play with it more, and I began to start to make some fun patterns.
Your avatar is very original. How did you choose an Egyptian character?
It's kind of complicated, but the avatar, mainly it reflects things that I'm interested in. Of course, I have the builder's belt that I like to build. The name Thoth, name of an Egyptian god that is responsible for things like languages, science, justice, balance, things like this. And those are all interesting things to me. The god Anubis, which is where the head comes from, is also, it's not just the god of death in ancient Egypt, but it's also seen as a guardian, means one of the lost souls, especially like, the poor, orphans, weak people. So it's like a protector, and it used to be a very, popular, well-liked god back in the old days. It wasn't like the scary, evil god of death like they think it is nowadays.
Yes, the shape of a god, but you are wearing a worker belt.
I like to show, even though I'm like, the gods reflect things that I'm interested in, I don't really think I'm a god. I don't take that part too seriously. I have to work.
Yes.
And I do like to build, I consider myself more of a builder than an artist. Even though I kind of build crazy things that people tend to think is art.